when I booted the game up for the first time. Oh man. That track.
Uh-huh.
Like when that trumpet kicked in, it was like instant chills.
It's really good. It already feels like a throwback to the first one in that regard.
Mm-hmm. It's still like very high quality, but clearly MIDI, so...
Mm-hmm.
The composer has a lot of that kind of thing on his SoundCloud. I'm curious to know if he uses like a old workstation or something like that. Okay. I think I'm ready. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Is everything unmuted, or have I just been talking to nothing? Okay, good.
I think we're good to go.
Okay. Is our VIP Marta here?
She's in bed playing Pokemon.
Oh. Oh, she's there.
Yeah, she is.
Hi, Marta.
Hi from Bleep. She's fighting her way out of bed.
No. Hello.
Hello.
He says hi.
Hey.
Alright.
Alright.
LA-MULANA 2.
So what's your experience with this so far?
I got through about half the bosses, which means I'm probably like a 10th through the game. But
Yeah, that's about right.
We'll be starting over.
And you've probably forgotten about everything, right?
Basically. Yeah, we
Nice.
just start off right off the bat. And audience, please let us know if any of the audio is too loud or too quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And wear headphones for these sweet stereo effects.
It's really neat. The first one didn't have that.
It did?
No, it did not.
I thought it had like some slight effect. I don't know.
It might have been very slight, but not to your position on the screen, if I remember correctly. By the way, something I figured out when I started playing through the game for a second time, you can actually walk back into that light where you just came out of. I don't know if anything changes throughout the course of the game, but it's something you can do, and I think it's neat.
So yeah, some differences right off the bat. For those of you who have played the first games, this is the surface, and instead of a few tents, it's a gigantic castle mansion. And who lives there but our best friend?
Elder Pimpet.
The portraits are incredible in this game.
Uh-huh. It really adds a lot to it.
Because the first game was exclusively just these little sprites.
Hmm. So, my history with this game is, when it came out, I was in the middle of my exam phase, and like I didn't. I didn't spend. I didn't spend much time at university because I didn't have classes anymore because exams, and I spent the entire week playing this game. Like, I woke up, first thing I did was start up my PC, start up the game, and start exploring everything, get stuck, go to work, come back from work, play again. It was really something, and it took me, I think, 56 hours until I played through it for the first time, and my first playthrough of the game, I don't know if it's the ideal playthrough, but it felt like it was.
Mm-hmm.
Solving the puzzles was basically a community effort between me and the Steam community.
Mm-hmm.
So I was posting a ton of stuff on the Steam forums, which I never did before for any game, but we discussed so many things in there to our solutions and findings from different puzzles. And jeez. So I finished the game once, and I came back to it like once or twice, started playing around a little bit, and the first area is a little slow if you finish the game already.
Mm-hmm.
At least it feels a little bit slow. And once you're done with the first area, you're a little bit exhausted. And I never came back to it again to really play through it again, because I had hopes that if I leave the game for long enough, I will forget everything and it will feel like my first playthrough again. Like, those are my hopes. But those just might be shattered.
Yeah, I'm ruining everything.
No, not at all.
Because this will be my guide through this whole experience, because he's beaten the game and I've only gotten through about maybe 20%.
Like, you got to the obvious parts, and do you remember that one day where I messaged you and I just couldn't figure out one puzzle, and you just told me, what's the most LA-MULANA thing you can think about to do this? And my response to it was just, please don't tell me. And that's how I figured out how to work around.
That was the blood corridor, which will be seeing
exactly.
pretty fast.
Oh, the corridor of blood. So many hours spent there. And yes, Elder Selfhood, pervert. I can see people finding this kind of disgusting, but he's getting his... like, he's getting revenge.
And yeah, everybody got their tents upgraded.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if you haven't been reading along, basically the plot is our dad, Lamensa, beat the original LA-MULANA temple and ended up destroying it and had to go into hiding. And some monsters have been coming out of the temple again recently, so we're going to investigate that and try to see what our dad's up to.
Mm-hmm. So, Alcedana, Phobos, and Samaranta? I don't know names. Anyway, they are three of the four philosophers, and Alcedana is the philosopher of death. He's quite old. And he will... Like, I don't think you've gotten to that part yet. He will have a kind of important role.
I don't think I have.
Spoilers!
And just like in the first game, we started with our laptop and basically nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to buy that.
Like, move all the way to the right before you go into that. Aww. Sad. But anyway, well, just like in LA-MULANA 1, weights are one of the... Oh boy. She's not happy. But the kid is happy when she's mad. So, just like LA-MULANA 1, the weights are your way to interact with your environment. But they added another thing in LA-MULANA 2, which will eventually completely replace weights. So weights are way less important than they were in the first one.
In LA-MULANA 1, weights are basically a more important currency than money.
Yeah.
Oh, the
yeah,
pepper. Now that I know we don't need it for a long time.
I think the pepper also has different uses, but that one specific use is really... it's really, really good. It's getting close to sleep inside the mother good, but not just great.
And yeah, we just got the hand scanner that lets us read and interact with everything.
Mm-hmm. And this time around there's no achievement you can get by interacting with everything. Like there was in the first one where you had to scan every single thing that was in the background to get additional information that wasn't even saved anywhere because there was no log of those things.
And this is a new movement mechanic already. Just tight ropes, basically. If you jump on them, you'll just go straight on through.
Same goes for being attacked on them.
Mm-hmm.
And that will happen.
No, never. You don't get thrown back several screens in this game.
Never.
I had to do it.
Once you get up there, you should whip his face a bit more.
I forget if I did that or not in my previous save.
It'll be fun.
Alright,
It'll be a special.
We'll be seeing the surface some more, but that's basically it for now.
And already upcoming is one of my favorite tracks in the entire game.
And unlike the first game, you have a lot more control over your jump, but it still takes some getting used to. You actually can change mid-air trajectory a little bit, as opposed to the original.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, if you do a straight-up jump, you can control your descent pretty easily, just like in the first. And we can also crawl.
Which will also be important. It will come in handy, especially for attacking, because it changes how you attack things.
And these are the ruined ruins. They're filled with little pamphlets like this, basically. In the original game, they would give you clues as to how to defeat stuff, and now they're just tourist information, which was a really cool touch. Oh, and the best feature, you can jump off ladders now.
And you can jump on ladders.
Oh yeah, there's a little or there should be an animation for it. Did they take it out?
Jumping on the ladder?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I remember in the alpha they had a little animation for it.
Yeah, her hair was whipping around a bit.
Uh-huh.
In the alpha. Anyway. Can you go into your equipment menu for a second?
Mm-hmm.
Because Bleep and I both were Kickstarter back. As you can see in the bottom right corner, we have 4 different carbs, and they carry over from save. So you can already equip them if you want to.
Yeah, we'll be checking those out once we get into the ruins a little bit.
Alright.
We're just gonna go default for at least the intro section.
Alright.
Have they said anything about being able to unlock more, or?
You mean additional stuff, like a Hell Temple 2.0?
No, like being able to unlock the rest of the chests. Or is there an in-game thing for that, eventually?
Oh, what exactly do you mean?
For the costumes?
Ah, you mean a way to do it if you haven't backed it?
If you haven't backed, and there's not as many keys as there are costumes, right?
No, there are 4 keys, 4 costumes.
Oh, cool. I thought there were less than that, or more costumes than that.
They had like 12 different costumes for us to choose from in the beginning of the Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
And those were the 4 winners that made it into the game. But people who didn't get any keys don't have access to those.
Wah wah.
I think they have access to 1? I don't quite know. But yeah, it's just a cute little thing.
One day I would love to play through these games with, like, someone who knows mythology really well.
Uh-huh. Like an anthropologist or something.
Mm-hmm. Like, I think this area is based after Mayan ruins, I believe, in the first game.
Mm-hmm.
LA-MULANA lore steals stuff from pretty much every other mythology on Earth, plus adding its own, so the lore is pretty cool.
Yeah, a lot of... Oh, look, Olmec.
We don't talk about that statue.
There's a lot of mythology stuff in this game. Like, the first one took a lot of mythology from the Mayans and Aztecs.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is going more into Norse mythology, also Japanese mythology. And I'm really digging the Norse mythology part. Norse, that's what it's called. Thanks for the hint.
I was just pretending not to know how to open it.
In the top right corner you can see something glow.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not getting there.
But I want to.
But LA-MULANA 2 doesn't want you to.
So that's the Holy Grail. It's the most useful item in the entire game.
Uh-huh.
And just like one, it gives it to you right off the bat. It lets you warp around.
Yeah, it's
so, yeah,
mandatory.
We can go back to the surface if we wanted to, but we're gonna explore more.
I'm not even sure if it is mandatory, but you really want it anyway.
There is zero reason not to get it.
Yeah. You'll only make your life worse.
And you don't need help with that because this is LA-MULANA.
Mm-hmm.
It really showers you with money at the beginning. It's nice.
It really wants to make sure that you have enough weights and stuff. And pepper. But I also felt like money is a more valuable currency in this one than it was in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Because more software that actually does things is locked behind money instead of inside the ruins, which also makes more sense, because I rather think you can buy software in a shop than find it in a base. Oh, also we no longer need a reader.exe.
Oh yeah, we don't. Oh, and is there going to be stuff we can't read? Again?
No. No, actually not.
That's good. That felt like a really tacked on mechanic.
It was. I think the original idea was for you to actually learn LA-MULANese a bit, so you can decipher some certain words, but I guess they just thought, nah, that's too much. That's too far of a stretch.
It's apparently just a straight-up cipher, so
yeah,
it wouldn't be impossible.
No, it isn't, but I don't think people would put the work into it at that point.
Yeah, pretty much.
And if you have access to a computer in the game, like, it can also decode the cipher for you.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. It doesn't break my immersion. Oh, look, the neighbor's sky disk. I remember you from the first game.
This was a lot of people's first boss, for this reason.
Uh-huh.
Because you could just kind of accidentally find half the stuff in this place because of this circle.
Do not read it under any circumstances.
It's blocked off.
You have a whip.
Yeah, we won't be doing that. No thank you.
Oh, you actually can read it once.
Oh, just like in the first game?
I think so, but I'm not sure. You're forbidden from laying eyes on this tablet again. Okay, those who do not heed this warning and so forth.
I don't think I ever did that in my first playthrough. because I didn't even want to risk it. Hard mode is hard.
The hard mode hurts, and it makes some of the platforming immensely difficult. Just because there are enemies in places you really don't want them to be. And there are like bosses in the game you really want to use sub-weapons on, so I'm not looking forward to eventually doing that. All I need is one finger's run. All I need is one finger run. All I need is one finger means defeating all the bosses only with main weapons without sub-weapons and in hard mode. And there are bosses in hard mode, they hit you for 50% of your max HP.
Mm-hmm.
And they do that attack like once every 15 seconds. You need to dodge that.
Poor guy's still here.
While trying... Yeah, he always will. He's a champion. And... while they do that attack, you have like a chance to hit him once. And that's it. No other chances to hit. Great.
Oh, guess you can't jump on him.
Mm-mm. You don't need your weight in this game. Bats are worse in this one compared to the first one.
Which is a statement, for sure.
Uh-huh. Because they get faster later. Nah, you can move more to the right. It's fine. You get some lore. Lados, very important. And another new thing too, LA-MULANA 2, compared to LA-MULANA 1, scrolling screens.
Mm-hmm. So the skeletons in this game are lots of backer messages.
Mm-hmm. You can actually see if it was a Kickstarter backer or not if you equip a certain software.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll also get to know what Kickstarter backer it was. Like every Kickstarter backer had a number. And that number is part of the software. Eventually.
How will I prove I'm small now?
I mean, you didn't have to stand in front of her, you just had to walk to this place. You may want to save again.
Can I do this definitely not a boss on 16 health?
Yes, of course.
Okay, good.
I don't think he attacks in normal mode. Like, his only attack is his body, but his body hurts. So it might even hurt for 16 HP, not sure.
I'm only 2 rooms away, it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Nah, he only hurts for 2, never mind.
I can't hurt him either. Oh, I can. Hey.
Hello. Amaranta. Wait, now I need to check what the name of the last philosopher was. No, I don't want LA-MULANA 2 wiki, I want the LA-MULANA 1 wiki.
I shouldn't need to go back and heal yet, right?
Nah, it's fine. Look, your soul bar is almost filled.
And we have the elevator now. So we have a shortcut back down here.
Yeah, the last one is Giltario, and he was the philosopher of knowledge. I'm not sure if we ever meet him.
Wait, was there more to do in that direction?
In what direction? Sorry, I was checking the wiki.
After you get access to the elevator, should I stay in the mausoleum?
No, there's no more things to do in the mausoleum. You can go to the... Are you going back to the surface?
I'm actually low on HP, so I might as well.
Yeah, you can teleport.
Oops. I was just playing LA-MULANA 1 earlier today, so I'm adjusting to the controls.
Yeah.
It's slightly different.
Like, the warping is different. And that's already enough to throw me off. Like, I was speedrunning LA-MULANA 1 bunch, and the amount of times I just press F1, A, and then hope to teleport. It doesn't work this way in this one. Oh, show off the pause animation. The idle animation.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what she is eating, but...
Probably curry. And now she's dead.
Nice.
And actually, each outfit you get has a different idle animation.
Oh, right!
So we'll be seeing those too.
But they will all end in sleeping. Being stunned from falling too high is still a thing. But yeah?
It's never that big of an issue in this game, so...
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, there's a ladder right there.
They're hard to see. Gate of Illusion.
Everyone's favorite place.
I like how the Gate of Illusion actually was the exact opposite of the Gate of Guidance, Because the Gate of Guidance had very clear rules, and the Gate of Illusion is just breaking every single rule. So, funny moment. More lore exposition. So, Phobos is from a different generation of children, and they are talking about the mother. And the mother was a being from outer space that came to Earth and basically brought life to Earth. And she wanted to go back into the skies, and that's the only reason she brought life to Earth in the first place. Like, she just fell from the heavens. Nobody knows why. And yeah, so she birthed the first children who were snake people who lacked, I think, the strength to pull the mother into the skies. Then there were the giants, the fish people, flying things, etc.
And this is how we do research.
Mm-hmm. My inspiration. You can go talk to him again after this.
Is this specific area in LA-MULANA 1?
Yes, that's the statue where you had to stop time and smash all the pots.
Oh, okay. It was there the whole time.
Mm-hmm. My inspiration. I think he's just... Oh, no. Okay, he's still telling you things. I thought he would just be sad.
No, maybe later.
He's important to come back to a couple of times, because he tells you a lot of useful information. He sometimes hints to...
Here we are.
Oh. Here we go.
Yep. And now the game starts proper. So, which suit should we start with?
Kimono Cowgirl.
Good call.
I like that one.
Me too.
I like all of them, but Kimono Cowgirl is probably my favorite for some reason. Oh. Wait, they also have idle animations if you just don't do anything, right?
I believe so.
And I think those are the different ones. Time to stand around for a minute. Yeah.
I'll play with it later.
Yeah, when you get a drink or something, or move to the bathroom. Alright, we're no longer in LA-MULANA, we're now in LA-MULANA.
And yeah, so speaking of Norse mythology.
Mm-hmm. We're in the roots of Yggdrasil, and it's based on the Tree of Life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the thing about the Tree of Life is it is basically upside down. So the roots of Yggdrasil are at the very top of the Tree of Life. So in LA-MULANA terms, you're currently at the highest point of the entire ruins. Yay!
First puzzle.
Uh-huh. I have the strange feeling you will also... Okay. Oh, by the way, spikes had a change from the first game. In the first game, spikes had fixed damage, and in this game it's percentage damage. So, the more health you have, the more they will hurt.
Oops.
Yep. This is LA-MULANA 1. Also, a thing about this game, you really have to pay attention to your surroundings more than you did in the first one, because there are way more ways to screw yourself over and kill yourself.
And now that we've activated a save point proper, we can warp back and forth. Should be in the menu yet. It's also up to interact instead of down, which is also fucking with me.
Wait, it was down before?
I think so.
I don't remember.
Video games are bad.
Video games are hard.
And there they are.
Zap.
Our eyeball friends.
Uh-huh.
Some rooms, you can look around and there'll be an eyeball in the background, and that means don't whip everything. And if there's no eyeball, that means whip everything.
Uh-huh. There will also be two different kinds of eyeballs, the blue ones and the red ones. And they both do things in different ways. There we go.
Our first
Shuriken.
So yeah, they're a throwing star. And you also may have noticed we've been getting little cards whenever we've killed a new enemy. There's a bestiary in this game. But it carried over from my other save, so we're not actually filling it out right now.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
This is also the DRM free version, and not the Steam version, and it still carries over.
Okay. I was mostly playing the Steam version only because of the achievements. And this is already a good part of lore. Because Sigyn was... she's the wife of the trickster of Yggdrasil. And you probably know who the trickster of Yggdrasil was. Or the trickster in Norse mythology. Because it's...
He's our favorite poison boy.
Uh-huh. It's freaking Loki.
And we found a trap.
LA-MULANA 2!
You're being scolded in the chat.
Yeah, I know.
I figured I'd show off that death trap just because we're not very far from anything.
Uh-huh. It's
But yeah,
fine.
if something looks like a trap, it probably is. So, leave it alone.
The only thing you're losing is your gamer card.
You also move a lot faster in this game than you did in LA-MULANA 1.
Uh-huh. I don't know, are they still Pegasus boots? I don't remember. There's a really weird item you want to immediately deactivate as soon as you find it.
So yeah. Basically there will be a tablet to tell you how to solve a puzzle in a cryptic manner. And sometimes it's in the same room. We'll be saying that a lot in the beginning, but most of the time it'll be for something completely unrelated to anywhere near where you are, so take notes.
Yeah, that's why you're gonna need text tracks at some point.
And we just found our first angel, which are basically the boss keys.
So when I was playing the game for the first time, I read and whenever I was stuck, I went through the game again and read every single tablet and took screenshots of every single tablet. Just so I never forget anything. Because text tracks, the game's editing, text saving software only has room for, I think, 50 entries. And I ran out of room really, really fast. So that tells you how much text there is in here. Hey, riches.
Oh, mantras.
Uh-huh. They're back, baby.
And there's a death trap.
Uh-huh.
But we can just run past it, it's fine.
It's cute when we follow. Yeah.
Alright, and now we have access to the other side from the entrance, so...
I will hand commentary over to Marta for a second, because I need to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Come on, I don't know that much.
Huh? You just need to go and talk. Oh.
Oops.
Okay, hand it over control to Marta, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hello!
Hi, Marta. So, this is a guild software, which will give you a little chime if you're in a room with a secret hidden shop. But we won't bother getting that quite yet, because it's kind of expensive. And we know that we need the sweet, sweet weights.
You have already a strategy for playing the game, I see.
When did you arrive at Julian's?
Yesterday night.
How was your flight, I assume?
It was fine. But traveling the whole day is a pain. So I was watching from the bed on my phone, and as I say, the magnets I made for you of LA-MULANA, he still did not mail them. He wants to write a love letter or something.
That can take years.
Tell it to me. I made for him a Mulbrook, like yours. And the sprites of the characters of LA-MULANA 1 and 2.
I will have to find screenshots of that and share it next stream.
Well, he has them here. I can make a picture.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you already clear the game on your own before this?
I haven't beaten it yet. I got through about maybe 4 of the bosses, which in LA-MULANA terms means about 20% of the game. So I'm still pretty early.
Okay, that's good. I was expecting, you know, that you will have something new to play.
It'll be all new to me probably 2 or 3 streams from now.
I remember this part when I was watching Julian playing it.
Mm-hmm.
He died.
Yeah. So yeah, you can whip that pillar, and I bet you can tell what happens when you do.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And you probably noticed by now the pots will almost always have money or weights in them to start out, but when they respawn in the room, they probably won't have very much at all. But it's always worth finding a new pot because it'll give you a lot of money, which is very much needed in this game.
Good to know, Yuri. He said that he also got stuck there in that stone pillar.
I think I got soft blocked there at one point.
Was the first time for everyone, I see. That bat is annoying.
All the bats are annoying.
Oh boy.
So yeah, this is a similar mechanic to the candle in the first game.
Mm-hmm.
We get a magic JoJo light. It's pretty cool.
I need more weights.
Always.
Mm-hmm. Nidhogg!
Yep, those are for the bestiary. Some of them you can actually pick up from the enemies, mostly bosses and mid-bosses and stuff. But instead you'll just find them in secret walls or whatever. So if you want 100% the bestiary, you'll have to break everything. And we did something similar. Oh man,
Julian is back, and he's paying me that I covered him with chocolate.
Wait. Right. I'm back.
Welcome back.
I like how you got that paranoia running through you already, putting a weight on a pedestal. Oh,
That is 100% habit.
yeah.
Do a thing in this run.
Uh-huh.
Did I read this one? Yeah, okay, I did.
Also, another thing about the tightropes, attacking on them makes you fall down as well.
Mm-hmm.
Also, do you remember how both of us were a little skeptical of the game at first when they did the Kickstarter announcement and said they would turn down the difficulty a bit to make it more accessible?
Uh-huh.
Like they would make the puzzles easier or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's absolutely not true. The thing about LA-MULANA 2 is The puzzles, like the really hard puzzles, the hardest puzzle in LA-MULANA 2 is probably still easier than the hardest puzzle in LA-MULANA 1. However, what they did was they adjusted every single puzzle in such a way that you can't really solve a lot of them on accident as you did in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the first one, you saw a pedestal and you were like, oh yeah, I'll put something there. Boom. Puzzle solved. I just don't know where. And that thing doesn't happen anymore in LA-MULANA 2. Like, they made tablets and text in the game way, way more important than it was in the first one.
Mm-hmm. I would say the only thing they did better is the text is a bit more clear, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So they made it easier in that sense.
Also, they make good use of highlighting important words and phrases.
Mm-hmm. Since we're already back at the save point, I'm gonna go heal up real fast.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, you eventually want to get... Oh, you should probably do it right away and go to the PC shop and already buy the text tracking software and maybe the map software.
Oh yeah, I didn't do that.
Because both of those can come in really handy.
I'm pretty good with money right now, so I might as well.
Mm-hmm.
And always waits. Okay, so yeah, we're actually almost done with the routes already. We just kind of have to unlock where the boss is.
Yeah.
There's the bestiary. So yeah, as you can see, I didn't get nearly as many of these as I've got picked up. And I also have stuff from other areas, which I won't be showing off, because spoilers.
Yeah. Oh, you can't even swap to different areas, you only have that one area right now?
No, I can swap, I just didn't.
But it said 1 out of 1 in the top right corner.
Oh, I guess it's per save file. But if I go to the one in the one in the main menu,
okay.
it has everything. Alright, good to know. Back to the roots. Which I'll be saying a lot.
Uh-huh. Because even if this is the beginning area of the game, it still has some late game puzzles in it.
In LA-MULANA 1, the surface is actually some of the endgame puzzles.
Mm-hmm.
I think I want to go all the way up and then to the left. Have I been to this room yet?
Oh, by the way, just a heads up. You remember the tablet that was a little weird looking and was talking about part 2 of this and this prophecy?
No.
It's in the same room with the two, where you start out. Like when you enter Eglana in that room, in the upper left there's a tablet and you want to read it and you want to save that text. It will save you time later on.
Oh yeah, we can save text now, by the way. Just like that, and then we can go back and access it. Your menu is very customizable in this game.
Yeah. Good thing you healed.
Why do you say that?
Oh, no. Because water hurts.
Oh boy.
And so does he.
Alright,
yeah.
LA-MULANA.
I don't know how much HP he has, but I do know that you have a Holy Grail.
I sure do.
And the first time I went in there, I just knocked out as well.
Yeah, this is skippable, but we're gonna fuck him.
Oh, no, it's definitely not skippable. You will have to fight him.
No. I forget how I did this the first time. Oh yeah, he does that.
Uh-huh.
He's got a big hurt box.
Yes, he does. Dude, also, the game is kind enough to tell you, oh, hey, look, you have a exit route in the bottom left with these ladders. And in the alpha version, that one was blocked off when he spawned. And if you also remember, alpha version did not have the Holy Grail.
Did it have saves even?
Quick saves.
Gotta get my LA-MULANA boss hat back on.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
I actually think you can AI lock him, because where he jumps is predetermined.
Yep. I'm just not good at it.
Oh god. I'm so scared.
No!
And I'm not even playing. No.
Alright, I've got this.
Okay.
Baiting him is very, you don't get a lot of room.
No, you don't.
This is the sub-boss, by the way.
Yes. Let me try to find out how many HP he has.
I could also just do this for the entire fight. But what's the fun in that?
I can't find out what his HP actually is. Oh god. Okay, screw fun. Ah, no!
I just couldn't jump for some reason that time. Fortunately, this isn't a long trek. Unlike future bosses.
Uh-huh. There's going to be a boss. He's a fucking hoot. Hits like a truck, has instant death. Yeah, I will admit immediately that I did not hold back on pistol rounds on some of those bosses.
There's no shame in that. Yeah, I've got you, bitch.
Okay.
Oops.
You're playing on controller, right?
Yep.
When I played the first one, when I played it for the first time, I was playing on controller. Oh, nice. I was playing on controller as well. And then I started speedrunning it. And controller doesn't give you... It just isn't precise enough sometimes.
I wonder what this could be.
Oh hey, a little bun with a hole. We will come back to that later. Bring me a stick. And that's also why I think they allow you to leave this room. And down there's a black carbuncle. He's faster, he's stronger. Oh. Ratatusk. That's the thing you just fought. Oh.
Oh yeah, ducking is a thing in this game too.
My connection just died for a second.
I was just talking about the ducking.
Okay. I just refreshed the stream, everything's fine now. Ducking is neat. And it allows you to dodge a lot more projectile attacks than you think you might.
I should probably go save, huh?
Yeah.
It's right there.
Oh, and go to the room you entered Aglana through. Just again, it's not a spoiler, but the prophecy is important. In the top left corner, that tablet, you need that.
I've got it.
Nice.
I'm gonna warp up a stream.
Okay, one more statue.
Yep.
I don't remember where it was at all.
Me neither. I'm pretty sure it's near the top somewhere too, so... I think there's some places up here I haven't been yet.
I thought the last one was at the bottom though. Because you had two at the top. In the top left and in the top right.
Yeah, because there's one of them...
And,
Yeah,
and we're not talking about the top middle.
Yeah, I haven't explored down there very well, so I will go do that.
I mean, I can guide you around a bit if you want.
It's fine, just not yet.
Okay. Oh wait, you were totally right, it is at the top. But explore the bottom anyway.
I think I might have finished most of the bottom. Because I saw the giant rock.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you were in the bathroom.
Exactly. So this is the boss gate. Boss gates open whenever you fight the amount of enemies it has glowing orbs of. And that was a one boss gate.
Yep, you are bottlenecked in this one a lot more than you are in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
At least at the beginning.
They really want you to stay in this area and complete it first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also, when a tablet has a red glow, it means you haven't read it yet. But the information that is in the first area is mostly self-contained.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't have much information about different areas.
This should be it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could in theory beat that right now, but no.
I think he has about 60 HP, and you can AI lock him as... No, he has a fixed pattern. It's not really AI locking.
Mm-hmm.
And you could just throw shurikens at him. It's not fun. It's also how you're going to do it later on in the game, so... But yeah, we solved the Ankh puzzle. Now it's time to... whip butt.
Gonna do a hard save.
Uh-huh.
And this is a 2D game, but it's in a 3D engine, so you'll be seeing a lot of those kind of effects.
Mm-hmm. Can you scan him?
Yep.
Oh, you can.
He's a dirty man.
Mm-hmm.
I had to.
Zap. I'm not sure if in this way he's expressing his gratitude. Are you ready?
Probably not, but I'm gonna do it anyway. See if I can do it with having been zapped.
You should be fine.
Yeah. There we go. It still has the weird fade out glitch.
Mm-hmm.
And here's our first proper boss.
Fafnir.
It's got a really cool shifting screen gimmick. And like most bosses, you can only hit them with their mouth open.
Yeah. Also, compared to LA-MULANA 1, LA-MULANA 2 is a lot more combat focused.
Mm-hmm.
And the combat also ramps up in difficulty really quick. There are bosses that will hurt you a lot.
Even casually, LA-MULANA 1's first boss is incredibly easy.
Mm-hmm. This one is also not too hard. When he's doing the fire breath, you just hit him with shurikens, and when he's coming from below, you whip him a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
You will get hit by dumb things.
They don't hurt that much, so it's fine. Oh yeah, he hurts though.
Yeah, he
I'm
does.
gonna do that. And now he's getting faster.
Yep, and he's starting to shoot spikes at you. That are slightly homing in.
Just slightly.
Uh-huh. But just like LA-MULANA 1, bosses have an end range, and they will go faster and faster.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I did it.
Nice. And they will add extra attacks to their repertoire. Congratulations, you have obliterated Fafnir, but the adventure continues.
And we get a prize. Hooray.
What's the prize?
Something I don't want.
Nice. Yes, you should bring it to him, because
Yep.
the crystal skulls are really good. And yes, I said plural. Because there was a crystal skull in the first one, and it did something completely different than this one. And they tie into the lore really deeply.
And it's actually a usable item.
Mm-hmm. Also, maybe talk to the Elder twice? Or a couple times. Nice.
Amazing.
How much did he give you? 30?
Yeah, not very much. This dialogue is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it for now.
He also has some development throughout the game.
Mm-hmm. Oops. Am I full on health? No. Oh well, I'm here. Oh yeah, I never scanned the hot spring yet. There it is.
Neato.
Here's your curry addiction. How am I on weights?
I think compared to LA-MULANA 1, LA-MULANA 2 has a lot more areas?
I think so, even only getting through as many areas I got through.
Mm. And it's not like this front side, back side thing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But all the areas are actually interconnected. Okay, the crystal skulls actually have a software attached to them.
Mm-hmm. And we don't need this menu, at least not yet, but we have plenty of space right now.
And the crystal skulls, the more you collect, the more dialogue you get out of them, and it's really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
So I think nobody ever did this puzzle right.
I don't think I did either.
Like there are multiple ways you can do it. You could stop time, you can teleport away, but what you're supposed to do is so complex. And if they ever patch it, I think nobody will ever get past that one.
Yeah, I think I forget if I stopped time or teleported.
I just broke the thing, teleported away, went back there and was surprised that it worked.
This is a 1.5.5.1, so I could always give it a try and see if it works when I come back. I don't think what you get from it is game breaking in any way, so...
No, it's definitely not. But it makes... because it's so easy to obtain, I thought teleporting away or stopping time was the proper solution to that puzzle. And I was sitting on the item you were getting from this the entire time, and I thought, I know this is connected to this specific area, and I know what I have to do, but I just can't do it yet because I'm missing something else. And then I realized it's a super late game item.
Mm-hmm.
Like, extremely late game. Second to last area late game. And you can't do anything with it before that, so...
I enjoy the fact that most people just kind of don't care about you.
Yeah.
And this was pretty much identical to a puzzle in La-Mulana 1.
Mm-hmm. But in the first one, you at least got the knife out of it.
Uh-huh. This you just get to continue. Hooray.
Yeah. Already hinting at the difference between the two games.
There we go. You actually have to read the tablet to get the warp point.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't actually read it, so there you go. Fairies.
Yay.
The fairy system in this game sure is a thing. Hey.
I really like their sprites. I wish you could see it more.
Me too. And yeah, these are fairies. They do fairy things. This one is the healing fairy, which is my personal favorite.
I frequently used healing fairies during bosses.
Yeah, me too.
Because bosses are hard. They're so hard.
Go ahead and check our message.
The worst thing about them being hard is they're not bullshit hard. It's your own stupidity when you die, because they all have a pattern that you can exploit.
Mm-hmm. I just like how each message of that just gradually tells you the puzzle more and more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
We did it. The fairy light's back already.
It never disappeared. For some reason.
Okay.
No, it did.
Was that a glitch?
Maybe you didn't touch it before? Yeah, probably.
I mean, she's following me.
Yeah. Maybe the activation zone for her dialogue and stuff and her following you is a little different than the actual activation of the fairy spawn.
If I recall correctly, I don't think there's much I can do on this side right now, but...
There's a very important item to get.
Right now?
Yeah, but I'm on this side. These enemies are neat. If they point upwards, they will shoot at your head, and if you duck, you can actually dodge it.
Mm-hmm.
And if they point at the floor, they shoot a bolt across the floor and you just jump over it.
Yeah, I remember these guys. We can't do anything with them quite yet.
The two best boys. So, do you have enough weights?
Always.
No.
Oh, poison.
Mm-hmm. Guess what we
Worth
get?
it.
Yay!
I think I'll go up first.
Huh. Okay. So, weapons and sub-weapons.
Oops.
Weapons, as you might have guessed already, I don't think you played that far, but the whip, just like in the first one, has both upgrade paths.
Uh-huh.
And I actually got the second upgrade before I found the first one.
Oh, I got one of the upgrades at least.
Wait, you're not listening. Actually, I wasn't. Good.
We get to kill Odin's birds someday.
Mm-hmm.
And by that, I mean right now.
Yes. No, he woke up the other one.
I don't remember this boss being particularly hard. Though I am getting tossed around a lot.
I thought the exact same. And when I replayed it, I died hilariously a couple of times. And then I realized, oh, I was playing on hard mode. Okay. And hard mode hurts, and they shoot like a billion more bullets at you.
I can't find a good place.
You got this.
I don't.
I mean, you can go all the way to the right, for example, and just jump over his bullets.
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
He had one where he didn't, I just couldn't land it.
LA-MULANA 4.
And that gets me our first seal. Sigil
Nice.
seal.
So, while I was playing for the first time with that community effort from the Steam people, some people changed some files in the game around, and they reactivated the editor inside the game.
Uh-huh.
And they were taking a look at the inventory. And show your inventory screen for a second. So in the bottom left you have your sigils, and in LA-MULANA 1 there were only 4 sigils. And here's place for 5th one, And LA-MULANA 1 also had placed for 5th one, but in the 5th slot, the only thing you placed there was the Treasure of Life after completing the game.
Uh-huh.
And nobody really noticed it, because the Treasure of Life is the very last item you get, and you don't see it unless you open your menu during the escape sequence. And what people found out is there is a 5th sigil. However, you cannot obtain it. And it's the Rebirth sigil. And people were thinking about it. Could this be that you somehow can find it and that unlocks Hell Temple 2.0? And we still didn't find it out, and we still couldn't find it. People edited it in, but they didn't find a use for it. It also has an in-game text. It's like a full... It's working. They could place down seals, and they could break it with it. But... we still don't know. We still don't know if it exists, if something will be put into the game eventually, like through a patch or something. No, nobody knows.
I didn't know that.
It's the DLC sigil.
I wonder if, as a developer, if you really want to hide something, how many steps you have to go through to actually do so.
I think you have to confuse data miners. I think you have to put in fake data just to confuse them. Like a lot. Like have a lot of files in there that say that just give out fake information, so they don't know which information is true and which is not. But you probably end up doubling the size of your game without adding any content. And to this day, I still don't know how people found the very first Hell Temple in the original. In the remake, you basically followed the same steps you did in as you did in the original version, so it was clear that people could find that one out. But seriously, no clue how people found out about the first Hell Temple.
What's the first step for the first Hell Temple? Was that sleeping in front of a statue, or was that going into the mouth?
Going into the mouth, that starts up the entire Hell Temple thing.
Because I could see people stumbling upon that, like trying to look for secrets or whatever. But...
But then the statue tells you, oh hey, come back to me over there at that place during the night, and nobody knew how to turn it into night. Like, you had to sleep behind a certain statue just to turn night mode on, and... yeah. That's scripted, because the game didn't tell you, hey, sleep behind that statue to let it turn into night. It just said, meet me there at night. And meeting that person that was behind the waterfall, behind a shop that you had to walk through a wall to find, was hilarious.
I forget what I have to do next.
If you want to, you can go back to the first area, because you have a sigil now.
Oh yeah. I keep forgetting I just picked it up, even though I've used it twice already.
Yeah, and soon you will think, oh wait, that isn't my sigil. Over and over and over again.
It was on this side somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I think I gotta go down, or is it up?
Yes. Down. I think you need to go one screen to the right and then down.
Let's see. I think it's all the way down here.
Mm-hmm. think so too, but I could be misremembering. But it's fine, you have power of teleportation.
Might as well grab guild now.
Yeah.
I love that puzzle in the Hell Temple. That's so clever.
It really is. And also, the thing about Hell Temple is the Hell Temple puzzles are borderline unfair, but that one was just really, really clever.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't really fit into Hell Temple. I thought it would fit into any regular part of the game, but not into Hell Temple. Just wait, be patient. Don't get squished.
Yay!
I remember this room being a thing.
Uh-huh, because there's a weapon in the top middle.
And for some reason, I think I didn't get it for like hours upon hours into the game.
Yeah, because you need the gloves to shove that white block.
Oh, then I just forgot about it. Okay, I remember now.
Yeah. How shall we bestow the potion you who pushes the white box?
I accidentally found this.
Nice.
Now we have our dad's notes somewhere.
Mm-hmm. They are an app. Mm-hmm.
Like everything.
And just like in LA-MULANA 1, your father will always be one step ahead of you. Oh, that tablet on the left?
Uh-huh.
Important, it's one of those weirdly shaped tablets.
Fine.
You'll thank me
No!
eventually.
No!
No! Oh. Okay, but that tablet is also important.
This is all part of your plan.
Uh-huh.
Alright, we got it. And our save point.
Yay.
I know this room's gonna be a thing too.
Oh, it already is. Something written on that face. That's not what is written on that face. Yeah.
It's actually a letter. There we go.
Yay. When the game released, there was a game-breaking bug here.
Mm-hmm.
When you were talking to Frey before you talked to his sister, or the other way around. I don't really remember. You could soft lock the game. To the point where you couldn't progress because you didn't get an item from them that you needed.
that really sucks.
Uh-huh. And they pushed out an emergency patch just to fix that problem.
Did it save people's save files, or did it just fix the problem?
It fixed the problem, and that way it saved their save files.
That's good.
Water is poisonous. Great. Loving it. Well done, Mr. Skeleton. Well done. Those enemies are so much more annoying than they were in the first one.
And they're the worst in the first one.
The blobs?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, one of the worst.
I didn't mind them as much, but I really did mind them in this one.
Barely got that jump.
I mean, there's also a ladder you could just take. You were just showing off.
Pretty much.
Nah. Do you remember that one?
Hmm?
The space cow?
I do not.
I think I even watched you fight that one. But it's been a while. It's been almost a year by now.
I've been putting this off way too long.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, you are not going to have to deal with the bugs some of us had to deal with.
That's another reason I didn't mind waiting too much. Oh yeah, gimmick doors. Fantastic.
Mm-hmm. To be fair, every door is a gimmick door. Mimic door. It's... Oh, that's also my favorite part. Getting knocked back right into a spike. Hell yeah. He never left his camp.
Forget there's anything I can do. Oh, I can read that tablet. Eventually.
Someday.
Don't, yeah.
Don't bat. Wow.
That back whip is powerful.
Uh-huh. Thanks for nothing.
Gonna go back and save and then double check if there's anything else I can do here. I think I'm missing something.
Yeah, even though water is poisonous, it doesn't immediately kill you.
We'll be seeing that later.
Uh-huh. I think the scale sphere is one of the very last items I've gotten, and that should tell you how much I cared about poisoned water.
They give you something to care about a whole lot more.
Uh-huh. Yes, they really do.
That's right. Swimming's weird in this game.
Yeah, to swim down, you press down and the swim button.
I remember you.
I remember getting hit by this one every second. Hey! Hello.
Best girl is here.
Still the best.
She's even better in this one.
Uh-huh. Because now she has real personality.
Mm-hmm.
In the first one she already had, but it was just Sleepy Girl. And in this one she's just really, really good. Those glasses.
Amazing. And that's a reference to our giant friends from the first game.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird that I can't push.
I mean... now you can.
Wait, did she give me gloves?
Read that tablet.
Oh.
Read that tablet. Do you remember this puzzle?
I sure do.
Alright. Yay.
So that took me forever to solve because at first I thought you had to like do some wild backwards jumping action.
Uh-huh.
And I actually managed to physically get to the chest.
Yep.
But it didn't do anything, so just wait there. LA-MULANA loves its waiting puzzles.
Yes. Also, do you remember the very first room of this area?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Good.
Damn it. It's also a lot easier to U-jump in this game.
Mm-hmm. Hook jumps are a breeze now. And it's absolutely needed to be easy because they are really important.
Mm-hmm.
Could this be a real door for once?
Yeah, but it's just someone. They don't even give me a present.
Maybe talk to her again, because you already talked to the Fairy King.
Just kidding.
We spawned the Ankh.
We sure did.
Uh-huh. Just not the Ankh jewel.
I'm pretty sure I did bosses pretty out of order at the beginning. I think this area's boss is like one of the last I did.
I actually think, except for Fafnir, the boss order in this game is even less linear than it was in the first one. And it already wasn't linear in the first one. Like, there is no clear difficulty curve between the bosses. Like, every boss has its unique strengths and weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
Like, from what I understood, the actual second boss is the boss from Valhalla.
Yeah, I think that was my second boss too.
Mm-hmm. But I did the one of this area second. It was a pain, but I did it.
The dialogue in these games are so good.
Uh-huh. Which is great because they don't need good dialogue. It's just in there. Just to give it even more personality, it's really great.
Mm-hmm.
No! Oh god.
I'm glad I played one earlier today.
Rolling shuriken.
Time to heal.
And rolling shurikens are actually useful. Not like their LA-MULANA 1 counterpart.
Alright, now what?
You have options.
I do. I think I will explore here more.
I mean...
I think there's something back in the water area I haven't done yet. And a couple other things. Yeah.
Yeah, and there were more blocks you can shove around.
Yep, that's what I'm going to right now. If I can remember which way it is.
I already don't.
It's fine. They're not going anywhere. Here's the rolling shuriken. It rolls.
Mm-hmm. And also has multiple uses in this one. Like, not only does it damage enemies, but it can also activate switches from afar. Alright,
Yep.
this shop is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
A very important thing. But you don't have to get to it yet, just yet.
Yep. Alright, I think there was one on this side too. And there's a door right there too. I think this is a... oh, that's a gimmick. Or gimmick.
I think you cannot reach the lower right part just yet. You need to reach it from a different area, if I remember correctly.
Oops. I was playing super bad.
That was eating through your health.
Alright. I will pay attention this time.
How much longer do you want to go?
How long have we been going?
I think almost 2 hours?
Okay. The next major thing I find, I think I'll call
Alright.
the stopping point. Oh yeah, here we go.
Alright.
I knew there was one on this side somewhere.
I completely forgot about this part.
Okay.
Oh, right, I also remember what was behind this one. Okay. Don't run away. Don't trust me, run away. That killed me so many times. I got into this room, I activated that bit. And the very first time, of course, it crushed me. And I went into this room again. And activated it again. And I again didn't move and got crushed again. It killed me like at least 3 times before I did it right. Even though it's not a hard puzzle. And I should have learned after the first one, but I didn't.
I'm trying to read the skull. There.
Alright, there's no real need for you to... Oh boy. So you see where that skull in the water is, right?
Uh-huh.
Guess why it's there?
It's definitely not a death trap, right?
No, it really isn't.
Classic LA-MULANA.
Yeah. But you can jump through it.
Yeah, but I didn't.
Almost, though. Oh,
Shortcut. For later. So yeah, that's a 2-boss door, obviously. What else can I do that I can actually remember right now?
You go to the top left of this room. Or leave through the top left of this room.
I think that's just a shortcut back to where I was. Oh, there's a thing here. Never mind. Heyo. I could swear that was just a shortcut last time.
Yeah, I think something made that pedestal appear. I just don't remember what it was.
In LA-MULANA, weird.
Yes. LA-MULANA duck.
Hey, friend.
You can scan him, I think.
I don't think you can. He just chills there.
Aww. Oh, great.
Oh yeah, it's on a timer. I forget if I want to go this way first or if I want to go down the pit right now, but I've made my choice.
I think going up is not a good idea, but you can go to the bottom right.
Yeah, fuck!
Oh.
Come here, come here, come here! Okay. All good.
Nice.
I could have also shurikened him, but okay.
Or rolling shuriken.
Yeah. Can I
Put them to use. That's our boy. Ah, right. This one. The elephants lost weight compared to the first game. They're also really strong now.
Nothing I can do here yet, though, but...
Eventually.
That's what I thought was going up, but I forget what going up is now. I think it's just a way back.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if you want to take that way back, because you can't go back down again. And I don't know if the room to the left of you has a drop down on the top.
I'm going here.
Yay!
Though I forget there's anything I can do here yet either, but... I wonder who that could be.
Don't think that software points at anything. Wink wink. Yay, more lore.
These log entries are always pretty long.
Yeah, and... Yes?
But if you like the lore, they are really good.
Uh-huh. When picking up, I usually don't mind reading them, because I'm in the middle of exploring, and I have that moving forward thing. Like, I just want to continue moving forward before I lose my train of thought. So I amass a lot of those journal entries and encyclopedia entries, and I'm reading them all in one sitting. Like, just 45 minutes straight up reading.
Yep.
I mean, if you want to, we can just skip over the lore stuff for now, and come back to it eventually. And just do, like, one stream where we just go through lore things.
That would be good, because you probably know more about it than I do.
Ah. I still have to piece some of the lore from part 2 together.
Hey.
Yay.
That's a big find. So let's explore this place a little bit more, because I don't think there's much right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll call it a stream.
Yeah, you should at least find a safe spawn.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, these are the spears. They do that.
And activate buttons.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have 2 different modes of being thrown.
Which took me a long time to figure out, and made me have to, like, do a lot of funky long-distance throws to get stuff to the ground.
The Lokapala, I think, are those bird people you see at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really not a fan of them. I hate them with a passion.
I hate the bomb dudes.
That's the thing, they're all bomb dudes. Aside from the ones that are already equipped with a freaking rifle. And those with the rifle also have their own issues.
But how do I get the chest?
Once a puzzle is solved, it stays solved.
It's being super generous with the spear drops.
Mm-hmm.
It was not this nice to me when I first played. Don't think I want to run through here yet.
You can use a rolling shuriken, maybe.
No, because there's a crusher right there.
Can you attack the wall over the white block?
I mean, there's like a crusher where that skeleton is, so I can...
Yeah, I know. But I mean, over the white box, that wall looks suspicious.
Oh, okay. I'll give it a try.
I'm not sure, though.
I think it's from the bottom, but I could be misremembering.
Yeah,
oh,
you're right.
There we go.
Oh. Ah.
I got that.
Oh, no. Yeah, equip items can be deactivated.
Mm-hmm.
And this one should always be deactivated unless you really need a full puzzle.
Like I do right now.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, this is the Super Metroid running thing.
Mm-hmm.
Except it's uncontrollable if you have it turned on.
Yeah, you cannot turn around anymore once you run into one direction. You're completely committed to it. And once you started running and decide mid-running, oh no, I'm going to unequip this. No, You keep running.
You are running, no matter what. You chose this. Yeah, okay. I don't think there's anything else I can do here right now.
But I think you can shoot that one, that button with a spear from where you are right now.
Oh wait. There's a button. Okay.
Or you can do it from the top as well.
I think that's the intended way. Oops. It's not a spear.
Get out of here. Yay, found our way back.
Hooray. Oh wait, there's stuff over here, I think?
On the right?
That I can do right now?
Yes.
Get. I remember this.
Oh!
I remember this.
Yes! I just remembered as well.
Just gonna chill here for a second.
I think you need to lure it over.
What do you mean, it?
That bat, definitely.
There we go.
They should have just flat out called it Moby Dick, because that's what it is.
The most exciting mid-boss fight of the game.
Uh-huh.
I wish those bats would fuck off. There we go. He's too good.
Those dodging skills. Nice.
Aww.
The fun thing is, the game is really encouraging you to do this strategy, because the pot right before this boss has the earth spear.
Yep.
And the shop right next to it, I think, is even selling those.
They are. I was gonna show that off right now. Oh, I'm almost dead.
Yeah.
Maybe I should not do that right now.
Poison water.
Yeah, guess I have no choice. Oh well. I guess we'll see what's on the other side of this lake next time.
Alright.
Alright, thanks everyone for watching. We hopefully will be doing this whole game on stream. I'm not sure how often we'll be able to do it, but we'll see.
We're gonna have fun with this.
Yep. Later.
Yeah.